So welcome, Darius is here today, and he's going to be talking about for students who obviously not as advanced have don't have as many advantages as other students, come to university with needing extra help, what it's like, and just his experience. So could you describe what disadvantage you have and how it's affected your university experience and how the university can helps you with studying?
Okay, so I have autism, I have ADHD, I also have Tourette's, and uh, uh, I also have really bad, and that sort of ties into the fact that I have like incredibly bad social anxiety, which and it affects a bunch of things. It affects socially. It means that I really struggle to really communicate with people. I struggle to talk to people a lot. It can make it. It makes it so like it's really hard to, especially in a media course where like you have to. It's important to communicate with people and to really kind of be uh, in it with people. If that makes sense. It can really struggle. It can make it so I really struggle to really kind of work with people, and because like I get very anxious around just speaking to people, and it makes it hard to communicate with the lecturers. I also really struggle with staying focused on work because my brain is like constantly going like thinking about like of 1,000 things like a mile a minute, and so like I get very easily distracted, and it means that like working on stuff like essays are a nightmare because like I'm just constantly procrastinating all the time due to like my just constantly overthinking brain and stuff.
So how is coming to university? What is it like living with these obviously and studying with these disadvantages over other students? Does the university help you, or do you kind of have to go for yourself, or how does that kind of work?
Bits of both. I mean, I think I've gotten to this point in my life where like I can, if I push myself enough, I can start talking to people. And then when I start actually making people like getting to know people, then I can start talking to them naturally. Um, but coming to university, it was a really nervous thing because like I'm usually that one person who will just kind of stand in a group of people, just staying completely silent and just kind of awkwardly. And I'm a very awkward person as well, and very naturally awkward person. So like it initially has made sort of, like I said before, it kind of made talking to not just people, not just students, but like staff and everything difficult. But uh, part of it was me sort of like learning to sort of get to know people and sort of naturally being able to talk to people naturally, and kind of forcing me out, just kind of trying to force myself out of my comfort zone. But another part of it has been, I spoke to I didn't do this until recently-ish, but I spoke to ALS, the who help with people with learning disabilities, sort of with their work, and sort of also just sort of help them with like all of the aspects that around uni, whether it be like work or socially and stuff.
Hey, and what I know obviously you said previously said giving advice is not obviously your strongest point, but if you could give any words of hope or anyone coming to university with a disability, just something to let them know your experience and if it's doable or not doable when coming to university.
Yeah, I'd say it is doable. I mean, obviously there are people who have worse learning disabilities to me, and obviously it can be really strong, especially since like. But I will say, like, unlike like college and school, people at university are generally really nice. I haven't really met many students who are like completely shitty to you. At least me personally, most of the people who I've met have been really nice to me, and have really become like really good friends of mine and people who I really trust. And I think it's going to be difficult at first, I'd say, especially for me, because I didn't initially go to ALS in my first year. I'd say if you're going in your first year, definitely go talk to ALS because they will definitely help you out. They're definitely helpful. And it's going to be difficult at first. It's going to be tough, especially for people who have it worse than me. But I think if you keep pushing through and keep staying hopeful that, and make sure to talk to the right people, and you're gonna go through like a bunch of like self-conscious and a bunch of like external sort of problems, but you will get through it. I promise.
Okay, so don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay plugged in.